All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute DD. Today we're talking about JEPI, ticker JEPI, the JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF. That is a mouthful. So for those that are new to the channel, what I do is I do some research, I track some stocks for a while, and then I jump in and do a video on them, giving you all the information that I would want to know before investing. Some of the things I like, some of the things I dislike. I try to keep it relatively unbiased. I don't own JEPI at this point. I'll talk about it at the end of the video if I'm planning on buying it or not, so you can wait till the end for that. If you guys like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. It helps me out. You guys have been killing it. I've gained like 10 subscribers in the past week, so I really do appreciate that. But let's jump right into it. Enough talking. So the pros with JEPI is that nice 10.74% dividend yield. That is pretty insane. I mean, even for a lot of the covered call ETFs, JEPQ only pays like 4%. So that is a very drastic increase from a lot of the other dividend ETFs, and it is backed by JP Morgan, which they have a really good history in the financial industry. So it gives you a little bit more faith over time, at least it would for me, knowing that JP Morgan is the one owning and operating this fund. The dividend growth is about 28.12%. That is from their investor relations portion of their website. You know, I'm not positive what they're talking about. It's not year over year. I'll show the dividend history. It's interesting. They do bounce around quite a bit. It all depends on the covered calls and the options that are happening each month. But I'm guessing that is just dividend growth since the inception of the fund. One thing that's great about JEPI is the monthly dividends. I really do like that. There's no real difference between monthly and quarterly dividends. Honestly, it doesn't make any difference. I always just reinvest them anyway, but it is fun checking every month to see what dividends you're getting paid from. And so I really do love that. Same thing with realty income, which I have a video on that too, 5 Minute DD, if you want to go check that out. It is slightly beat down, 13% from all-time highs. A lot of people will ask me, why is that in the pros category? Well, I never like buying a stock at all-time highs. Dividend stocks can be different if they're just consistently going up a couple percent every week, every month. But with JEPI, with how the market has been going, it wasn't a bit of a downtrend, so buying when it's not at all-time highs is always more attractive to me. I don't even buy on green days. That is something that I live by. If a stock is green, I will not buy it. I went to buy a stock today and it was up and I did not buy it. So it is a plus side in my opinion. Some people may see that as a negative for an ETF, a covered call ETF, but to each their own. So next, the yield is top 10% of all U.S. registered open-end funds and ETFs. That is not surprising. A 10% yield is very impressive. If you didn't believe me, I hope you believe me now. And that, again, is from their investor relations portion of the website. Competitively priced versus peers. So this 0.35 is the cost to buy the fund. Not to buy, it's the yearly cost of the fund. So some funds, typically I see it around 0.7%. So 0.35 is pretty good. I think that's about 20% lower than the average. So not too bad. Again, that's a very small amount to, for a fund that is returning 10% dividend yields. In my opinion, some people are more picky about that. And, I can just buy the stocks on my own. You can. You are paying them to do some of the work for you, but I wouldn't even know where to get started copying all these, all the stocks in this fund. So, and then this chart is the attractive yield versus other asset classes. So equity, 10-year bond. I never buy bonds. 1.9% yield is not even countering inflation. Global REITs. Some REITs do have higher yield than that. I'm guessing that's just global assimilation of all of them. U.S. high yield, 5.5%. It's not too bad. And then JEPI, they have this at 7.35% at this time. The rolling dividend is about 8.35%. So it's even higher than that. And this, again, is not current. This is from their investor relations. So it is a little bit dated from when they posted it. So all in all, we look at the chart of JEPI. It is consistent. It was started that's one of my cons, is that it started in May of 2020. That is my main con. But if we jump over, I'm using NASDAQ.com, their entire dividend history, them paying out since the 7th. And we can see it does bounce around a lot. You're not going to get very consistent dividends, and dividend growth is important, but I wouldn't be too worried about a dividend going down month to month. Obviously, we can see that happens a ton. Like I said, it all depends on the option contracts and what's happening in the market. So that's what's kind of nice about this, is there is a little bit less worry. But if we see, it started in the 4s, went to the 5s, down to the 2s, 3s, back to the 4s, 3s, 4s, 3s, 5, 6, 4s. So it is showing a little bit of growth just month over month, which I do appreciate. And then my last con is that it can be volatile. It is 20% down in the last year. So it's not exactly, it's about 20% down from the high to the to the low. So it did kick up about 8% since, but it is down about 90%. So that is a little bit scary because this fund is supposed to be countering volatility in the market. Now, down 20% in the past year is not nearly as bad as most companies. You're looking at companies like Meta, Snapchat, even Tesla. These are all down 60% or more. Snapchat's down like 90%. So with how the market's been going, that is a very, very small percentage to be down. Even though if you're looking at a stock down 20%, yes, it can hit you in the gut a little bit, but all in all, it's pretty impressive for them to be able to maintain this much in their price since what's been going on with the market. So that's my opinion. No, I don't own this stock. Yes, I am planning on buying it. I'm not giving out financial advice. That's key, guys. Do your own research on this. Let me know in the comments if you like this style, if you like the 5-minute DD videos. I'm going to be planning on purchasing this when it dips a little bit more. I would look for it in probably the 53 range. So if it comes back down, I will be making a starter position. It's a great Roth IRA stock in my opinion, at least for a little bit of a hedge. So I'm definitely over 5 minutes. I appreciate you guys showing up, watching this. Leave a like if you don't mind. That helps me out a ton. Subscribe if you like the content. Leave a comment on what you want me to do next, and I will gladly do some DD on that stock for you guys. Check out all my socials. Link in the description to my free website where I have my full dividend stock list, all free for you guys. Thank you so much.